Whew, guys, we need to talk. Saw the Phase 6 launch and AQ and Descending into Madness. Quite a mess, and it's not good. It was very bumpy, very sad to see. I'm really disappointed. I did not expect it to be as confusing as AQ was, as well as we had a plethora of problems from the beginning of the Phase 6 launch at 4 p.m. And it's just kind of wild to me that these problems were occurring. And, I'm usually a very positive, optimistic, hopeful creator. I don't like to harp on the negative. I like to always see the light. I like to see the positives. But it was really disappointing for me. And as someone who's been here grinding SOD every single day, playing every single day, creating awesome content every single day for you guys, it's just really, I just don't know how these problems happen. It's just appalling to me, and I am disappointed. So I'm going to go over here to the Wowhead article to give you the rundown of what happened so you guys can see here firsthand. And so essentially the raid was the incorrect build, and PTR vendors, the PTR vendors that had all of the loot, appeared in Stormwind. So here's a picture from Reddit to show you that exactly what that is. And so you could just buy all of the tier, every pre-phase bis. You could just straight up buy them. And I understand why that's on their PTR. That's all and dandy. But to come to the live server, that is just, I haven't seen that happen in 15 years of playing the game, right? I just haven't seen that ever happen. And if it has happened elsewhere, please tell me down below, if you know of an instance where this happened. But the PTR vendors making it to the live server is just absolutely crazy to me. People could have just straight up bought all their tier 2, could have bought the PvP gear, DFTs for everybody. It's just crazy to see that amount of gear get in there. And I know Blizzard definitely, they at least gave us an announcement saying they're working on deleting all of the gear, don't enchant it, etc., etc. But that should just never be a problem that should ever happen. The point of PTR is to fix all these bugs, to fix these things. We have, Phase 4, I'll give it to them. They delayed Phase 4, and we did a PTR, and it made it into a great raid. It worked awesome. However, we then went into Phase 5, and Phase 5 had a blunder for people trying to kill the first boss. There was this crazy bug with killing it on Mythic difficulty, and it allowed people to be unable to go forward, and that is just wild. Then we come to Phase 6, and we experience this problem. Now, the other biggest problem with this is also, at the same time, the raid was broken. So, here shows two examples of killing Princess Huhuran, and the difference in this is literally 5 minutes. If you entered at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when it launched, you would have been fine. If you entered at 4:05, you would have, at 4 p.m. you would have gotten the bugged version. If you entered at 4:05, you would have gotten the real version. And as you can see, the kill time is 24 seconds compared to 1 minute and 28 seconds here between these two guilds. And the problem was, when people entered at 4 p.m., they had the HP values of normal classic WoW. And it is just crazy to me that happened. I don't know why that would happen. I'm not a game dev. I'm not a developer. I don't have insight. I'm not too good at coding, right? I don't have the expertise to say this is why this happened. But what I can tell you is that it's never happened before. And when the entire point of Season of Discovery is to test things for hopefully Classic Plus, because they've pretty much admitted that's where we're headed now, and it's built on hope and possibilities for the future, seeing any changes, anything like this, make it to the live server when we have a PTR is just, to me, it's shattering. It's heartbreaking to me, because I care so much about SOD and have put so much time into it, and I really want to see SOD succeed, because I think SOD's success is a direct precursor to a real, true Classic Plus. And even if we don't get that, SOD continuing to be successful leads us to a brighter, more hopeful future, and we have 2 new instance pieces of content, whether it's a 10-man and 20-man raid with Karazhan and Scarlet Citadel, or if it is just 2 dungeons, whatever it is still brand new content that is supposed to be hype and epic and give something that players want to look forward to. And when we see this happen, it puts that doubt. It makes me truly wonder, like, what is going on over there? How are these issues making it? Do they really just have one intern, like the memes always say? Like, it's just really tragic to see, and I want them to do better. And I should expect better from Blizzard, which is a billion-dollar company, to make a product that is worth coming on to and playing. While these problems are really small, I think at the end, like, this should never, ever go live. And then I want to take the time to show you the Descent into Madness system. So we got very confused reading this. Obviously, they've changed it multiple times, and we tried our best to do it. I read all this, and I got confused with this right here. So after every 3rd boss, the raid will reach a checkpoint and be able to open their chest and collect rewards. Occurred to that point without ending their Descent into Madness run. The checkpoints occur after defeating the following bosses. So Battleguard Satora and Kaghoe run. So my guild was able to do up into Twin Imps with what we thought was Descent into Madness. So if you look right here, this is us activating the first obelisk. It gives us live totals at the top. And so this is normal. This is the fight. So it gives you Curse of Despair, and it causes shadows to spawn and explode on you. Now I want to go all the way down to Bug Trio and show you where we messed it up here. So when we go into Bug Trio, as we can see, there's actually, you would think that you hit the obelisk and the Descent into Madness is activated, alright? Well, that's not true. So you have to hit an obelisk on every single boss. So like, if you look right here, we're in the room. We don't want to go any further to pull this boss, right? So we're thinking, okay, we're good. So the obelisk is actually to our right and in the cuppy. So we're going to do this boss right here, and then I'm going to show you the obelisk after and what happened. So while we were able to kill the boss, the obelisk didn't appear, or the obelisk was still activatable after we killed the bosses, and it's just really weird to sort of see this. So there's the obelisk right there in the corner of the room. You can see it as we run past, and then so someone hits it, and then our lives, if you look at the top of the screen, it shows lives at 95. When we hit it, our lives are going to go up to 155. So like, we got an extra 60 lives, and our Curse of Despair increased. So where we messed up is, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to hit that obelisk beforehand for every fight. And what's really weird is that we continued with the curse and our debuff throughout the entire raid. And it was just really confusing and misleading. And you'll see, I'll go all the way towards the end of Twin Imps. We're doing loot right there. So we killed Huron, and now we're on our way to Twin Imps right here. So this trash is crazy, by the way. So because of what this says, you would think at Huron right here we would get our loot. It's just a really confusing system. However, reading this, if the raid has no attempts remaining when they defeat a boss, the bonus chest will no longer be present, and the next obelisk will no longer be interactable. So like, the obelisk being there at each raid, and like this whole checkpoint system, I don't know. It was just really confusing. Like, I read all the patch notes. I covered all this stuff for you guys. I went in there and I just, I figured we hit the one at the beginning and we were good. The hard mode would be activated for the whole time. But it's just a really confusing, complex system that I even messed up. And, it's supposed to be my job to not make those mistakes, cover you, and help you guys. But it's just really sad to, let my guild down. That one's on me, I suppose. I guess I could have read it all, tested it, but I looked for resources and I couldn't find any, because I guess no one is really doing SOD too much anymore. But anyway, it's just my frustrations. Phase 6, launch ripples, failures, whatever you want to call it. It's really sad to see, and I still want to remain hopeful, because that's who I am. And I want to hope that we can do better, and that's mainly my purpose of making this video, is to put it out there, express my discontent, and hopefully we can see a cleaner next launch. We can get a lot of these mistakes cleaned up, and we can see Season of Discovery return to a state where it's just really freaking awesome to play and enjoyable. But anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.